Hey all, just a quick segment I wanted to add to the beginning of the video. If you don't want to listen to all the talking head stuff, I'm going to put in a timestamp down below so you can skip to the good stuff. See you soon. Hey everyone, welcome to Survival Crafts. Brenda here. Well, it's been a little while. I wanted to post a video just to give you a little bit of an update on where we've been. It's been quite a year for us. In fact, it's been quite a couple years for us. And I know that we haven't been consistently putting our videos up. And I say this every single time. We truly have been insanely busy. But in the last year, we have had some pretty huge major life changes. I'm happy to say most of the time they were really good life changes. Some of them not so terrific, but nothing really major. But the exciting one is the one I want to talk about, the biggest one that has impacted our family, and that is we've left the Rockies. Last year, I think it was in July, Dave and I posted a video. Well, we didn't post it, but we created a video and just were talking a little bit about the fact that we were soon about to leave the Rockies and that we wanted to give a reason why we were going to be doing that. Um, I didn't like the video, to be honest with you, so I thought it would be kind of cool to start from our new place. So the biggest changes, we have left the Rockies. We're still in the foothills and we're still pretty close to the Rockies, but we did a thing. And that thing is we bought a beautiful ranch. It is pretty spectacular. I'll give you a quick little peek just behind us. So we have an incredibly large chunk of land, and we are super excited about it because there's all kinds of amazing things that we feel that we're going to be able to do on this land. And our goal, we're going to do our best, but our goal is to try and get videos out once a week from here on in, because we're finally in a place where we're able to do that. We're finally in a place where we can actually do the things that we have wanted to do out here. And one of the amazing things for me in particular is the fact that I can go out and I can do my medicine walks now. I can do tours here on our property. And it's not just the medicine walks. I'm now out of the national parks and the provincial parks. So I can harvest, and that's really important to me. So not just me harvesting, but being able to have our clients who come and take our programs and our courses, they can actually harvest and learn respectful ways of doing that and learn really cool aspects of medicine. So over time, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the place now, but we'll give you some of the micro scenery, which I think is going to be pretty cool. So today it is April 17th, and we left our home in the Rockies. We sold our place, and I moved on my own. Dave was away on a project, but I moved on my own on September, I believe it was September 14th. I arrived here. You'll sort of see snippets here and there of inside the home. It's a big, beautiful log house. And as you can see, our lovely lake view there. Couldn't be happier. It's a really, really nice place for us. And it's giving us the peace as well, not just the amazing opportunities that we have, but our last home was just, it was too noisy and it was way too busy, and it was really, really hard to be there. Stunningly beautiful location, there's no question, but it's pretty stunning here too. But it was really noisy, and there were a lot of other reasons why we just really felt we had to leave our other home, and it was a superb decision. One of the most important things is that we get to be on our land and actually work the land and work with the land, and today that's going to be part of the video that we'll be sharing with you. So we'll have Dave and Jordan. You haven't seen much of Jordan on the videos. Really kind of early in the very beginning, we were showing pictures of Jordan, or he was helping in some areas, but he's going to be a whole lot more involved now. So today we're going to be following Dave and Jordan around because it is sort of mid-April. It is a prime time for us to be able to go and collect things like birch sap. And we're sort of on the margin of being able to collect the poplar buds. We're just approaching the peak, beyond the peak actually, of picking the poplar buds. But it's really important for us to gather these two medicines. So we're going to follow Dave and Jordan around a little bit. And then over the next few videos, we're going to show you all of the cool things that we're going to do with those. So let's go find Dave and Jordan.
So today we're out here on the ranch and the sap has really started to flow in the birch trees, and we're using a variety of different methods to actually tap the sap from the tree. I'm using every pot I've got in the house to do this with. This method, I'm just using a piece of pipe, drilling into the tree, through into the cambium layer, and the sap is actually pouring out here. Well, not pouring, but it's dripping quite fast anyway. It's dripping down into the pot here. So we've got the sap dripping in here, and I'm going to put the top on, and that'll stop the ants getting in here. There are quite a few wood ants in the area, and no doubt that some of them will work their way in, so I'll have to strain them out. This isn't my most favorite method of tapping the trees because it actually damages the bark so much. Although we can put a wooden plug in there afterwards. There's another method that I particularly like, and we'll move on to that next. So with this pot here, I've just tied it into place with the Janaka band, which is a strip of inner tube from my mountain bike. I just wrapped it in, I've put a slip knot onto one side. This is, I believe, more of a forgiving method that we use when taking sap from a tree. And the rubber itself doesn't put too much pressure on the tree, doesn't cut off the circulation or damage the bark. And next, what I have to do is to cut a small V up here, let the sap run down, and then create a small flap underneath here for the sap to come out onto the lip and then drop into the pot. just cut a small V in here. Lifted up the bottom point of the V, and we'll see the sap coming down. Now what I have to do is create a small flap underneath to create a lip where the sap itself will actually drip into the pan. Just cutting into the outer couple of layers of bark. Put a small twig in here. Push that up there. This type of cut into the tree is very easy to repair. I can actually just wrap one of the Janaka bands around this point once I've finished harvesting, and I don't have to worry too much about this lip of bark that I cut off because it's just the outer layers, and it will lay flat eventually.
Hi, I'm Jordan, one of the lead guides here with Mohican Trails. I'm out on the ranch today where I feel a really deep connection to the land around me. I'll be spending my time between here and back in the Canadian Rockies where I lead the medicine walk still. But today I'm going to be picking poplar buds for medicine. So yeah, we're going to go for a bit of a walk and out on the land here. We're going to pick some of the poplar buds for medicine. I'll talk about some of the medicinal qualities while we're doing that, as well as my plans for what I'm going to do out on the ranch here. Let's go. Alright, so here I am at the balsam poplar tree. The uses of this tree and its cousin, the trembling aspen, are almost identical. But the buds, I'm picking them now, they're going to be going into leaf soon, so it's kind of my final opportunity to harvest as much as I can. We're going to be tincturing it for making things like cold and flu medications. We can also make certain creams. And some of the medicinal aspects of the tree itself are, it is a member of the willow family. So, there's a medicine that comes from this tree that we can't make, but bees can, called propolis. And what they do is they make this propolis and they use it to coat their hives to protect the hives from bacterial, viral, and fungal infestation. And we can use it as well. And it is quite potent. A few years ago, I was getting ready for bed, and I had a very mild toothache. I thought nothing of it. Thought I'd just sleep it off. I woke up at about 4 the next morning, and I honestly cannot remember the last time pain made me cry. It was absolutely excruciating, and it looked like I was holding a golf ball in my cheek. It was so swollen. Until I went to my mom's house, woke her up at about 5 in the morning. She loves it when I get sick or injured because then she gets to try new recipes on me. So she gave me some of this propolis, which you can buy in health food stores. It comes in a little glass jar with an eyedropper, and within minutes of the first dose, the pain was gone. After a few hours, the swelling was down, and by the end of the day, the infection was more or less beat. So one of my main plans for out here on the ranch is to build a small cabin for myself. I've never done it before. We'll probably do a video on it. Hopefully I succeed the first time and get it right. And another thing I'd like to do is study agriculture and start my own small organic farming business. Alright, I'm just going to keep picking away here, and I'll see you on my next video.
Well, I've got to say it, I think using the branches with the bottles on the end is now my favorite way of getting sap from the birch tree. It's just so easy to do, and we've never been able to do it before because most of the trees we've used before haven't had these branches lower down, but now on our land we have so many thousands of these trees. It's just great. We can go ahead and do what we want. Job done.
Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that. Over the next few days, we're going to be processing the birch and the poplar and doing all kinds of great things with it. So stay tuned for several more videos around that. We might be filming inside tomorrow. Looks like we're going to be getting about another 20 centimeters of snow tomorrow. Pretty typical for this place and this time of year. You get what you get. Some days of the week it's going to be pretty nice. Towards the end of the week it looks like it's crapping out again. So in between all of the snow that we get and the meltdown that happens, we'll be videotaping all of the processes that we're going to be doing inside and outside. If we don't have too much snow going on tomorrow, we might just go outside and start boiling down some of our birch so we can turn it into some syrup. And we're going to make some birch coffee. We'll see you then. And hey, if you like the content that we provide, why don't you do us a favor? It doesn't cost you anything at all, but it really helps us out. Give us a like, subscribe, and please share the video. We really appreciate it. See you on the next one.